Cleveland with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. We've got the Atlanta Hawks taking on the Supersonics. And folks, Trae Young will not be in the lineup. He's out with an injury.
Yeah, and as bad as it turned out to be, it tells you a little bit about his toughness, that when they took him to the locker room after he got hurt, he wanted to come back out and get back on the court.
Yeah, you know, he's a fighter. He's a competitor. He's a grinder. And you know he's going to stay connected and engaged with his teammates, doing what he can to lift them up and help them from his role off the court now.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. They've got Washington. Johnson is out there with Johnson. Then it's Okongwu, and it's Miller in at the small forward position. That shot missing. O'Neal against Washington. And it's good for two. It's still early in the season, and teams are still trying to figure out rotations. Greg, what's it like to play in a game like that tonight?
Well, for a lot of these guys, Kevin, it's all about jockeying for position, making an argument for minutes. You want to earn the trust of your coaches.
Now, here's Collins. Stolen by Washington. Miller with the ball. Kuminga picks him up, and it's sent back by O'Neal. The pass to Wiseman. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
And the sheer size of Wiseman is hard to deal with inside, forcing the defense to compromise with the foul.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Here's Hampton. Johnson with the defensive effort.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
And the action on hold, as it appears there's been an injury. Yep, he's definitely in a bad way out there right now. Tough to see.
And that's the one thing you just really can't control or even guard against, and that's injury.
Yeah, you know, aside from some of the player protection rules, which have been of benefit, a lot of it just comes down to what the body can withstand.
Jackson, he's checked in for Johnson.
What do you say, fans? Let's hear your Seattle answers.
Outside Jackson. And he drives in, and the dunk by Jackson.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team. Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Hampton kicks to Collins. Here's Wiseman. O'Neal trying to break free. Wiseman with the bucket shot.
And listen, we know Wiseman has a nice outside game, but inside there aren't too many guys who can match up with him physically.
Now here is Miller. Shot from 16. Again, the Hawks score.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And taken away by Johnson. And then Washington with the dunk.
You got to love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Wiseman, the first shot of the possession, finally falls for him.
You just can't teach size and length, and Wiseman beats everyone to the ball for that second chance opportunity.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
And putting that pressure on the rim, that's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
Johnson can't get it to go.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, if you can play over the top, I think you've got a big advantage.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the team.
No problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Now here's Jackson, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Jackson's got his second bucket.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
O'Neal. The shot, no good. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
Hey, knocking down free throws in a hostile environment is really about the battle of the mind.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Supersonics.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game, the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically, there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
Now, here's Hampton. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. O'Neal off on the layup.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. They're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
So it's Atlanta now after the basket by Seattle. O'Neal inside. Got it. He's now 3 for 5 from the field.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now here's Wiseman. 8 points for him. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. For Seattle, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Shooting for Seattle.
And the first one at the line is good.
For 2.
O'Neal hits them both.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
They need this. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here.
Top substitution. DeAndre Hunter.
Charity stripe shot. And it's Seattle with the rebound. Here's O'Neal. Hunter with some nice defense. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Seattle ahead, up by 4. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily.
Fans, your Seattle Dancers.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Supersonics.
I love the defensive concentration so far in this one. They're getting out on shooters and really doing a great job of disrupting the rhythm.
And I think we've also got to talk about the tempo they played with right from the get-go. I mean, they've been deadly in transition, too.
On the court for Atlanta, they've got Miller. Washington out there with Mobile. Then it's Johnson, and it's Hunter in the 2-guard spot. Well, Clark, here's an interesting stat trend for the 2022 season. More shots are taken from three-point range, but fewer makes on average per shot.
Yeah, the volume has gone up, but the makes have not. You know, more teams are launching triples, and more defenses, quite honestly, Kevin, are focused on challenging those shots. Not surprising to see the numbers trending in the direction you mentioned.
Second chance points always hurt. There's not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
And the Hawks making a change here. Jackson's checked in. Out left to the wing. Terry trying to get open. That one doesn't drop. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. Pass to Mobley. Here's the floater. And they hit it back. Here's Jackson. And the layup's good off the glass.
Timeout.
Jackson's got 6.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Time called here. The Sonics decide to talk it over.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
Reddish, he's checked in for the Hawks. Time now for an injury report.
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for the Hawks provided us with some information. I was just told that he did break some ribs, and as you can imagine, this is a very painful and annoying injury. And so that's it for him today. And from how it appears, he could be out for a considerable amount of time. What a tough break. Kevin?
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, well, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
And, you know, for him, just watching his teammates unable to contribute, that's really a helpless feeling.
And it's Seattle with the ball, following the bucket by the Hawks. Now here's Johnson. A second chance effort to the right side. A shot by Washington, and he's wide open. That's good, and Johnson with the assist.
And not hard to see why they're on the bad end of this run. Just not doing the job on that defensive backboard.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. Okongwu's checked in for Atlanta. Here's Terry. Misses in close. Here's Atlanta. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Shoots from the high post. The shot will not fall. And it's the Supersonics taking it the other way.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
Shots good by Miller.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Johnson, the pass to Miller. Miller grabs the miss. And so Miller will bring it up for Seattle. They trail by 1. And he drops it in from the low post.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Now here's Johnson. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass. Getting it done.
Supersonics.
And the Hawks lead by 1. Time called here. The Sonics decide to talk it over. And here are the Supersonics now. To the middle. Here's Terry. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Terry's got 6. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
And now here comes Terry late in the break. It doesn't go for him.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Throws it up high. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. It's blocked. That's out of bounds. Seattle will retain possession.
Into the lineup for Atlanta.
Here's Miller. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. For Seattle, they have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4. So he gets them both. The Hawks trail by 5. Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Pass to Terry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he jams it with authority.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Time called here. The Sonics decide to talk it over.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
Let's hear your Seattle answers.
There's 37 seconds left in the first half. Pass to Miller. Left side, Terry. Good. And Miller gets the assist. Terry's got the lead up to 7 now for Seattle.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They got to offer more resistance here.
They continue to be outworked and outmuscled on the backboard.
Guys, it is not that complicated. When a shot goes up, hit and go get. That means hit your man and then go get the ball. Well, this man knows how to handle that rock. Looks like it's part of his body.
And so it's Seattle heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Back right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here. If your name is Shaquille O'Neal, raise your hand, please. If your name is Shaquille O'Neal, raise your hand, please. Checking out Seattle. And, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the home team.
They wouldn't be ahead without the numbers they've gotten from the bench, providing major contributions, especially at the offensive end. It's taken a lot of pressure off the starters. What a luxury to have a second unit of players.
Talk to me, Kenny. How did you think Atlanta played?
Well, it's never fun. When you play against a team that's on fire. This team.
And that should do it with the...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Sonics leading by 7. We've got Wiseman. O'Neal is out there with Kuminga. Then it's Collins, and it's Hampton at the 1. That's the lineup in the game for Seattle. And O'Neal gets it to go. O'Neal's got 10.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Johnson kicks to Washington. That 3 off the mark. Now here's Wiseman, guarded closer. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 10 points for him.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Out of bounds. Seattle will take possession. Hampton with the ball. Jackson on him. Out of bounds. Atlanta will take possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Poked loose. Stolen by Collins. To the inside. And it's Wiseman that time on the assist by Collins. And the Sonics lead by 13. And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
And it's plays like that, Kevin, that show you why they are so far ahead. Didn't settle for anything outside and went right to the rim.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Hampton dishes to Collins. From 11 feet away, and another basket for Seattle.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
That's good, and the Supersonic lead is cut down to 10 points. Again, thanks to that one from Johnson. The pass to Wiseman. Kicks it to Hampton. Wiseman with the ball. Johnson's there, and he comes up with the deuce.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Here's Miller, and it's sent back by O'Neal. Here's Wiseman. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Second personal foul.
Well, Greg, we're seeing high schoolers now making 6 figures to play basketball. I bet you wouldn't have minded that in your time, would you?
I tell you what, it beats delivering the newspaper, right? It's still fresh and developing, but a lot of different opportunities are emerging.
And the Hawks making a change here. Reddish is checked in. Hampton passes to Collins. Over to the left wing. Oh, and it's sent back by Washington. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Washington.
Substitution for Atlanta. Number 15.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Oh, that's blocked. And he's able to get it back. Wiseman. That one off the back iron and out. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Hawks. It's a 10-point game. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. And stolen by Miller. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Miller.
Thanks, Kevin. We've heard about player tracking on the court, but now shot tracking is helping players refine their strokes. It measures not just makes or misses, but the arc and the depth and the left to right direction of shots. These systems provide instant feedback to shooters and help them find the bottom of the net. Kevin, back to you.
Sign me up. That is a fascinating story. David, thank you. Guarded by O'Neal. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Hampton with the ball. Guarded by Hunter. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Sonics lead by 8.
And how about the night from Wiseman? There's no stopping this fella once he gets rolling. Good luck slowing him down.
Here's Miller, and Wiseman sends it back. And they'll keep possession. They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Seattle.
They've been so aggressive getting out on shooters all game long. Nothing's getting past this defense, and that, to me, has been impressive.
And another difference maker for them has been their opportunistic defense. That they are really piling up the steals in this one.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Out to the right wing. O'Neal misses. The Hawks trail by 9. That's tipped. 34 seconds left in the third quarter. It's deflected, and they recover it. Wiseman. He's off on that one. And Atlanta will come the other way. Now, here's Hunter. Defended by Kuminga. And pushing it up, here's Seattle. And Kuminga throws it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And so it's Seattle. 13 points up at the end of the period. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. Back to the action in just a minute. And let's listen in on what Nate McMillan.
We get stops if we don't have anything. We got to get into an offense. You got to go.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for Atlanta, Johnson is out there with Jackson. Then it's Reddish. Then it's Okongwu.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
He's off on the second. Sonics leading by 12. Collins dishes to Wiseman. It's good. Wiseman's got 21 in the game.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
And Hampton with the slam.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
And the burst of quickness on display with the Mobile One drive.
He's been a huge factor in this game, and drives like that show how valuable he is on the floor. Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Kept alive. Okongwu misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
Here's Kuminga. Banked in off the glass.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Atlanta calls timeout. The leadership of the NBA Players Association, Greg, has said they support expansion. And two cities, which seem to be the leading candidates, Seattle and Las Vegas. What do you think?
Yeah, well, I love both. Had the good fortune of playing in both cities, and I'd love to see a team in my hometown. But bottom line, more teams means more jobs, and that's a sentiment I think most can get behind.
That's out of bounds. Seattle retains possession. And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
To the wing right side. Here's Wiseman. And it's sent back by Okongwu. 11 feet away. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
That's a rare miss for him inside. He may have just rushed it a bit. Maybe lost concentration, too.
Wiseman kicks to Collins. Wiseman no good. It's stolen by Wiseman. And it's good. He's made 2 for every one he's missed. 10 of 15 in the contest.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Washington passes to Okongwu. Here's Collins, and he lays it straight in.
They own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
It's stolen by Wiseman. O'Neal kicks to Collins. Looks for O'Neal, gets it to him. Johnson with the block. Miller inside, defended by Kuminga. Johnson's shot is off.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
And it's Miller in the corner. Collins against Johnson. Stolen by Collins. And here is Kuminga. Here's Wiseman. And finished up by Wiseman.
Oh, that's a big man move by Wiseman. Roughing up the D with that emphatic finish.
2 minutes remaining.
Out to the right wing.
2 minutes.
From deep Washington. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. Johnson's got 4 assists in the game. Pass to Wiseman. Over Okongwu. Here's O'Neal. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't get a chance for the and one.
And with the internet and social media, players Clark have so much more ability to engage with the public and be heard. Is that important?
Kevin, anytime you can empower folks to share their voice, their stories, and be authentic in their own way, I think that's a positive. Player empowerment is something that social media avails, not only to players, but I think to everybody. It doesn't just bring attention to the game, but also causes and commitments players have to their respective communities and issues that are going on in the world. So I think it can be far more good than bad when you think about the platform of social media.
Right wing. The dish to O'Neal. 4 on the shot clock. He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14.
Just look at the score differential in this one. I mean, a truly commanding and dominant performance here for Seattle.
You don't see this kind of a blowout off tonight. This is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And looking at the trajectory of the season, this is the first of 2 meetings on the year. So this will be a solid win to go up 1-0 in the season series here against the Hawks.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for James Wiseman.
An unbelievable scoring performance. He absolutely took over and never let up.
Jackson with it, and Terry picks him up defensively. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. It's good.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Passes to Hunter. Over to the wing. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one.
Well, guys, I'm glad they didn't try because I don't want anybody to get hurt out there.
So no problem for Seattle as they get the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.